Well, I hope it is, because the last one was shit. Oh dear. Good evening to everybody. I think I need a shave. How many 5-year-olds do you need a shave? Can everyone hear me or not? I don't know. Excellent. Right, what are we going for today? So what is the trip for this time, bro? So I've got to run a course for a load of punters. So that's what I'm doing. And your hair is all top. Fucking hell. I thought it was pretty good, actually. Looking for Latinos? Yes. Right, what should we talk about? Go on then. Think of a subject that I can actually talk about. In depth. Updates on Absolute Black. I would love to tell you, but I can't. Well, I could, but I'm not going to. But it is just perfect. Who's Eva Morales? What bag do you use for travel? Well, if I turn this round, is this fucking working? So I've got my laptop bag. So that has 2 laptops in it. So it's got the work laptop and my personal laptop. So my personal laptop's the one that you're seeing on at the moment because YouTube's blocked on that one. And then because I'm on a ferry, I just have like a little backpack. And then I also went to buy some food. Quite a lot of food, actually. It's like fucking windy as fuck outside. It's so windy. They had to board us from the lower decks. So there you go. Bagels or pretzels? Oh yeah. So in response to Ed, why haven't I updated much for a while? It's because I suffered a bereavement, so I didn't really feel like updating. I did let my Patreoners know. There is actually some extra stuff on Patreon now, so you can have a look on there. What can you say about the giant TCR? If you have a look on Roy, thank you. If you have a look on the Patreon, so Cameron Nichols, I've made a guest appearance on his channel, so have a look at it. The preview of that is on Patreon now. Beer choice. Well, in the minibar, can I do the minibar? I'll unplug this. The minibar has Heineken, my bottle of milk because I'm a kid, some orange juice, and some Pepsi. So there we go. And there's these nice little bathrobe things as well. In fact, do you want to tour of the toilet? Might as well do a tour of the toilet. So this is like the toilet cubicle thing. So in there, there's a small shower, a bog, and a mirror, and a sink. So we've got all that. Oh, and some people want the safety show, don't they? So let's go see the safety briefing. There we go. Those people who wanted the safety briefing can read it in 4 different languages. So it's in English, German, and Dutch, and French. So there you go. If you really speak Spanish, you're screwed. Is it work or personal trip? Work trip. Have you dated your packaging when sending your bottom brackets abroad? I'm not really sure what that means. So it's like automated, and then press a button and off it comes. Where are you going? So I'm going to Rotterdam this evening, and then tomorrow I'll be driving from Rotterdam if I ever make it off this ferry, because it's like rocking in the river estuary, and we haven't even got into the North Sea yet. Fuck me. Grüße aus Deutschland. Wunderbar. Don't let it knock off your bearings. Fuck's sake. Is it bingo or the tribute act on tonight? When I walked past, it was just fucking karaoke. So that's what was going on in there. There we go. Oh, that's my physio messaging me. Anyway, right. Great restaurant there. When did Rocky Mountain become crap? Is that a mountain bike brand? Never watch it. Have you had any more nonsense from Absolute Black? So, I mean, you may have joined late, but I can't actually comment. All I can say is, what can I say? I can say that I wouldn't want to be them. I certainly wouldn't want to be them. And yeah, I mean, if you ever actually have a look at their Trustpilot page, you can actually see that they've gone through and deleted all the negative comments, and there's about 6 or maybe 7 reviews that have come in the past few days, and I think they've all been written by the same person because of the way the English is formulated. P&O ship review and aerodynamics of the ship. So I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but we'll give it a go. So that's my phone there with the hotspot. So over here, maybe not. Let's try here. I don't know if that'll work. So over there, that is, it's not even Hull. It's past Hull. So Hull is technically behind me. Siemens wind turbine factory is behind me, and so I've got this cabin, and I'm watching this TV show about microwaves. Right, what's next on here? Do they do dogging on car ferries? Well, there's plenty of truck drivers on here. Evans don't let me post negative feedback. I don't know if I can actually share my screen on here. I don't think I can. But otherwise, I'd take you to the Trustpilot page. I mean, anyone with a 36% review on Trustpilot, fucking appalling, isn't it? So, Les from Manchester, yes. Couldn't forget that one. My brother sends his regards, by the way. Ask them to turn on the turbine speed. Right, has anyone got any more fucking more things that we can talk about that are hilarious where I can just speak? How long is the trip? So I think it's 12 hours, and then I'm docking in Rotterdam. Will you release a chain lube group test? Yes, I will. There is actually a little bit in there which, when it comes out, it'll just be fucking hilarious, and people won't. Well, you'll be you won't be surprised. I think it involves materials and places where they go. Best carbon wheel manufacturer. Well, so I've just had a set of 9 Velo wheels. I've had 9 Velo Elite wheels. What was the other one? Yoleo and a few others. And I've been testing them for a few months. And now that sort of testing has sort of come to an end. And then I've started uploading them. So the 9 Velo, I would say, is a very, very well-made wheel. Extremely well engineered. So that review is on Patreon, so you can watch it on there. It's it's so good. I would sell it or put my name on it. It's very good. Oh Jesus God, this is going fast. Holy shit. Fuck. Right. Why has no world team got Campagnola this year? I can kind of like comment on this. So you got a few different things. So teams will get stuff mainly based on how much they're paid to run it. So for some teams, if you take let's use a Shimano group set as an example, some teams will be given that for free just because Shimano want the coverage. Other teams will have to go and pay for it. And then you've got other bits where the performance kind of like overrules all of that. And Lance Armstrong was a good example of it. So he was sponsored by Trek, I think it was Bontrager and all that lot. And he used to go around on a bike from a third party where they'd cleaned off all the paint and painted Trek on it. I've forgotten what brand the bike was, and there's also the wheels. Hookless on-road bike. I think this is a bad idea, mainly because the bike companies can't, stick to any tolerances. And I think, to a large extent, the bike shops, who are a large number of them, I hate. I would say I hate 90% of bike shops. I think they're fairly incompetent. And I don't know, they take the customers for fools. What's the fastest you've driven on the public road? Not an autobahn. Ooh. Well over 100. It's well over 100. I mean, on autostradas in Italy, they just drive over 100 for fun. There you go. I'm laying on my bed on a Dutch barge on the Great Ouse, and that's rocking. You're in for some crossing. I know. We're still in the estuary, and it's still it's rocking already. So there we go. I've got a bunk bed above me. Look. Right. Metal spokes, J-bend or straight pull. I'm not really a wheel builder, so I couldn't comment really. What do you think about the Van Rysel bikes for the World Tour? I can't comment. I'll leave it at that. I'll just say I cannot comment. There is a can I say there's an NDA? There's an NDA and I can't comment. So that's all. Have you had your travel sick pills? No, but I do wear these little band things, and I do find they help. Sportful, Asos, Rafa, or anything else? Some of the stuff in Lidl's quite good. And I used to go with no one say crazy with Gore-Tex, but Gore stuff is always fairly good. Banging the handlebars or banging the hairdresser? That's an easy one. Get a box of 200 Bensons while you're there and smoke them all on the viewing deck. If you go out on the viewing deck today, it's just absolutely unreal. Does it surprise you that that viewers find your videos educational? It's funny that, because there's actually a video coming up. So when I went to Eurobike, I was walking along Hall 9. Now, Hall 9 is not there for public viewing. So normal punters off the street can't go into Hall 9. They are limited to, I think, the big halls where all the displays and things are. Hall 9's where all the OEMs sit. So the likes of, actually NTN were in there, Windspace, all the open mold manufacturers, loads of them in there. Anyway, I went in there, and then I was walking, literally just minding my own business, and then some young lady, I was gonna say something else then, but never mind. Some young lady, she goes, Hambini, Hambini, Hambini. And she was from Taiwan, and she spoke with fairly, I say broken English, but she was just like over the moon to meet me. And I was like, well, how do you know about me? This, that, and the other. And she said her company that she works for uses my videos as training material. Oh, fuck, we've got an announcement.
Dames en heren. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Captain Favier speaking. Welcome on board Pride of Rotterdam. In the process of loading the last piece of freight left, the tunnel will be closed. All safety checks completed. We will be sailing very shortly. Unfortunately, for tonight's crossing, we expect a pretty strong storm, a westerly force 8/4 with a moderate sea state.
Force 8 wind.
Due to this late departure, in combination with the heavy wind, I do not expect to arrive on time. So our estimated time of arrival will be in Europort at around 9:30 local time. Finally, for this announcement will be important information regarding your safety in the unlikely event of an emergency. I would like to ask you to pay careful attention to these emergency instructions. I wish you a pleasant voyage with us. Thank you.
Holy shit. Force 8. I'm fucked. Force 8, laugh my ass off. Yeah, fuck. Oh dear. Confirm it's blowing hard. It's blowing hard in Hull. And we haven't even left the estuary. We're still sitting in the Humber.
Ladies and gentlemen,
do you like swimming? No.
The following safety announcement. We would draw your attention to the safety notices displayed in your cabin. These notices tell you what to do in the event of an emergency. In the event
is
of an
the
emergency,
NV melee any good?
Hear a signal.
I don't know.
7 short and 1 long blast over the public address system.
Ding dong, you're all fucked. Oh, this is just like mocking me.
On hearing this signal, you should dress in warm clothing and follow the signs to your assembly station.
I better pay attention to the safety notice
because
we're
in the corridors and stairways to guide you to your assembly
Are you still in Hull? Yes.
Crew members will be in place on all staircases to direct you. An assembly station is identified by a sign showing.
Did you bring a hot air balloon? Might be helpful.
To a symbol depicting a family group. At the assembly
man, please say hello, Martina Roche. Hello, Martina Roche. Was it Roche?
The correct method of putting on a life jacket is shown on the safety notices displayed in your cabin.
I reckon in an hour you're going to feel about as sick as you do when you get on Isabella. I think it could be worse.
The assembly station.
Oh dear.
Don't panic.
I do love how all the viewers to my channel love it when I'm in a moment of despair, when I'm about to get fucked. Oh dear.
Dames en heren, hierbij vragen wij uw aandacht voor de volgende veiligheidsmededeling.
Have you taken any trivial sickness tablets? Now I've got these acupuncture things.
Deze voorschriften geven u informatie over
what
te doen
are we watching? I think it's Fred Dignan.
Situatie wordt aangekondigd via het omroepsysteem.
There we go. Right.
Het alarm bestaat uit ten minste 7 korte
Can
stroken.
you run a Hambini bottom bracket on a seagoing peddler? Oh jeez.
Bij het horen van het signaal begeeft u zich
The
in
piss
warme
takes
kleding
of
naar uw
me.
verzamelplaats. De te volgen route is aangegeven met richtingwijzers.
Unfortunately, I don't speak Dutch, but I can kind of almost read it. It's not that far from German. So when I was a young boy in Cologne, banging, weren't hairdressers then, in Klodwigplatz, in fact.
Met in het midden een groep mensen. Reddingsvesten en speciale reddingsvesten voor kinderen.
In a pinch, would you take a hand shandy from a trucker? Who comes up with this stuff? Seriously, who does come up with this stuff?
En ook op de verzamelplaats.
Your hairdresser knows about Forte. Oh my god, this is just getting more and more seedy as we go along. We're selling a set of absolute black armbands for £5,000. Well, the t-shirts are coming soon. The t-shirts are coming. Oh dear.
Raak niet in paniek, ga niet rennen en volg de instructies van de bemanningsleden op.
Watching Christmas movie with the kids, can't find my headphones. Got it. Well, I've kept it fairly clean. I don't think I've said the fuck word all that often. Got some sick followers. You're absolutely right.
Es folgt eine Sicherheitsdurchsage.
Shit.
Wir möchten
In
Sie
fact,
darauf
Pete, I was supposed to
hinweisen,
message
dass die
PT to tell him that I was live streaming. In
sichtbar vermerkt
fact, let's
sind.
do it now.
Bitte richten Sie sich im Notfall nach diesen Anweisungen. In der unwahrscheinlichen Situation eines
In action
Notfalls
now.
erschallt über die Lautsprecheranlage ein Warnsignal. Das Signal besteht aus 7 kurzen Schalltönen und einem langen Schallton.
Right.
Langen Schallton. Werden Sie gebeten,
Long
sich
tone.
warm
Right.
anzuziehen
Let's
und
have a
sich
look.
entlang den Markierungen zum Sammelpunkt zu begeben.
What makes Shimano hydraulic better
Sie
brakes
zum
than
Sammelpunkt
SRAM's
zu
brakes?
führen, ist Boden-
I'll be
in
honest,
den
right?
Korridoren
I have
der Häuser
now 2 bikes that are identical. Well, as near as identical as they could. One's a disc brake bike and one's a rim brake bike. And they're not crap bikes, so you'll probably figure out what's coming up on the channel. On a day-to-day basis, I prefer the rim brake bike because the big disadvantage with the rim is the brakes aren't as good as the disc when it's wet. Now, if you go and get the Fast Sports wheels with they've got like little cuts in them in the rim. That's a whole lot better. They're like 95% of the time you're not on the brakes, but if you go down a hill really, really fast, and then I have this tendency to drag the brake. I know you're not supposed to do it, but basically I don't want to go and hurt myself. So I tend to sort of feather them a bit. This causes the brake disc, by the time you get down the bottom and then go through a puddle, to warp. So it's probably me being a bit of a wimp, but you know. Are Germans better engineers than you? Ooh, a scathing question. I don't know. I think maybe if you asked me like 20 years ago, I think there was a general perception that German engineers were the mutts nuts. Now, one of the guys that trained me, actually, if you look on my Instagram, he was a guy called Pete Volkmer. So he was seconded to where I was from a German company called MTU, Motoren Turbinen Union. So he was one of the guys that trained me. His methodology was completely different to one of the other guys that trained me. He was also called Pete. And he was Brit. So those two. And then I also had a Russian guy who taught me how to machine stuff. So, yeah. There we go. All right, sorry. Prefer rimming to disking. Do you have recoil effective Shimano cranks? So I'm probably going to send them to Mapdeck because they're probably one of the most famous cranks that are out there in the world. I don't know if you guys know, but I've been, once they hauled up, but I'm named on the what's this? Fucking skip ads. Named on the lawsuit that the class action that they put in. Is this working still? Is it bust? Oh, stopped. Oh, it's still working. Yeah, so the class action that Shimano's put in, that Shimano are defending. So I'm named on there. So various authorities from various places have got in touch. So UK authorities, German authorities, and the US people have all got in touch. So I mean that's progressing. I mean, I was going to upload a video where I showed you how to, influence the outcome, but given the, I won't say precarious position, but the position that I'm in now, I might not do that. Yeah, it's just the nature of what's going on. Big hands. Have I got big hands? I don't think so. I think it's just because it's near the screen. My camera is actually down the bottom of the screen. It's not at the top. So, what group set, in your view, was peak rim brake? I would say Shimano 105. Yeah. There you go. I think I'm gonna just check that because I mean I'm sure that one was the one which had the forged forged crank. I think it was the 105. Yeah. John Clement, if you had a choice to be bummed by a horse, but no one knew, or not bummed by a horse, but everyone thought you had forever, what do you choose before drowning? Okay, might as well just be bummed. Oh, jeez. Oh dear. It's F6. Well, the guy's just been on the tannoy and said it was an F8. So, yeah. Oh dear. Right. You're not being blown away by the wind or the hairdressers because I'm not outside. Yeah. Sunto superb. Well, actually, I should change this. Instead of me speaking, maybe I should start asking the questions. Does anyone live in the Netherlands who's on here right now? Xiaomi. I've actually got a scooter now. So it's a fully insured scooter. So when I'm in Germany, because if I go to Venlo, 400 meters up the road is Germany, and I can ride my scooter legally there, but I can't in Holland because I think they're banned, and I've got no insurance for them. So there you go. So I'll be in Venlo this week. Saying hi from Philippines. What time is it in the Philippines right now? It must be like 6 in the morning. Because I know I've got one viewer who's in the middle of the Great Ooze on a barge. Ironically, you should have bought a bike to Holland. Now, I used to shove the bike in the boot of the Honda, but the scooter is way better. Yeah, just like you put your foot down and put your finger on the throttle, and from the lights, nothing can touch you. I mean, going on to that scooter business now, I have that to. I usually, if I'm going to see a client somewhere in the middle of bloody nowhere, go and park the car far away actually maybe in central London. So if you're going to go and see someone for a business meeting or whatever, go and park on the outskirts of town and then just drive the scooter on the cycle path. Apparently it's illegal, but loads of people do it and it's not enforced. So I don't know what all that is about. How much innovation in biking do we need? I think the world has changed quite a lot because the concept of aero, I think, is dying, mainly because gravel has taken off and people know that they can't do 50 kilometers per hour. So they're lucky to get 26, 27 Ks. So, yeah, I mean, that's changed quite considerably. Lightweight is kind of like back in. And then, what's the one? Build quality. So the Chinese companies have placed a big emphasis on build quality because there is a perception, I think, that they put out shit, and a lot of it is garbage. But then you've also got like the high tech, high end Chinese companies like I was thinking electric cars. So BYD, BYD electric cars. I mean, a lot of the electric cars are Chinese, so they're not they're not mugs. Why don't you wash your bike? I actually do now. I put a hot tap outside. So I've got hot water, running water outside, and I just use that to clean it. And it's like the best. It's better than any. Well, I mean, I don't generally avoid using degreaser because degreaser, especially like muck off, and some of the Silka products have salt in them, so they'll just eat the grease, well, which is what they're designed to do. But also, salt and water, it'll just eat your bearings, eat any metallic parts, and it promotes galvanic corrosion. So I just would avoid it. So Nick K. Every now and then the police do actually crack down on e-scooters, which can't legally be used in public. Yeah, I've heard that, but I mean, I've been past so many coppers on a scooter and they just don't give a shit. And then there's so many people on them that they don't seem to give a shit. I mean, I've seen loads of people, like solicitors and things, commuting on them. So, I don't know. The hairdresser either left Hambini or she is busy doing other things. Yes, with somebody else. I'm on the Grand Union Canal on a Dutch tugboat. Where is that? I use cheap citrus degrease. Citrus degrease is often quite good, actually. Based on yours and Peak Talks video, but Fastports will say. I mean, I think these days, if you buy the Fastports, and 9 Velo is the one, I think, for build quality. 9 Velo. If you want, I mean, one characteristic of wheels I quite like is, I'm probably going to do a bit of a David Arthur here and say responsive wheels, and that really means wheels with low inertia, so that when you put your foot on the pedal, when you come from a stop, so from say, traffic lights or something like that, you really do take off, because low inertia wheel will accelerate quickly. You'll love this. I just bought a crap Velish gravel Chinese frame copy with Be Bright. How many things are wrong there? How loud will the creak be? Oh, man, fuck knows. Don't know. Which drivers hate cyclists more, UK or Germany? UK by a mile. Brian Brush. Not in Nottingham. Electric scooters and Lecky delivery bikes are a true menace. Yeah. Loads of people on them. I just don't see. It's just not enforced. But I also heard, and I don't know if this is true or not, that you're not legally allowed to sell a bike in the UK if it doesn't have reflectors on the wheels. Now, I don't. Someone told me that, and then when I looked around, I looked like old bikes. They all have reflectors on the wheels. So there we go. Recall after jury and bad review. Don't know. Is it 200 people watching? I can't even see how many people are watching. Holy shit, 235 people watching. Fuck. G'day, Hambinian fans. What's your thoughts on the Lux 795 Lite? The Look bikes, I think, can be really quite hit and miss. Some of them are really, really good. 695 was a good bike. The 795, the Blade RS, the number that where I've supplied a bottom bracket and it's literally just slid out. Now, my bottom bracket was the correct size, and it transpires that the Look frames were all fucked. So the UK distributor is called Zyro Fisher, and they've ended up warranting them. There you go. Will Honda save the EMTB industry with some actual standards? I didn't even know they were in it. So there you go. Paul Shoesmith. My new bike had reflectors. They were often safe. Maybe it is true that you have to have a reflectors on the bike wheels. Bought a new saddle from AliExpress. Snapped in half after 500 meters. Chinese gamble. I mean, that Trace Fellow. I mean, he does it full time now. He does the YouTube full time. So he says. I don't know how economically viable that is, because it's garbage. I mean, there's no way I'd do it full time. To be honest, I don't really like riding a bike, so all these viewers and people that tune in to watch me fuck around with all sorts of stuff. UK highway code at night. Your cycle must have white front and rear lights on it. Must also be fit with a red rear reflector and amber pedal reflectors. If manufactured after the 1st 10th 85. There you go. So there's a load of rules that I can guarantee that most people don't abide by, because the racing bikes and stuff don't have reflectors on the pedals. Certainly don't have back reflectors, just lights. So it's another one that's not enforced. Do you think people who ride electric bikes are lazy? So I have one, and the hairdresser has one. So she does. The hairdresser is actually a doctor, but she does some home visits on electric stuff, mainly because it's easy to park. Oh, we're moving. Holy fuck, we're fucked. Big dog opinions on Bianchi. Ooh, don't know. We'll see. Nice knowing you. I'm fucked. How to get a Hambini sponsoring for BBs? What does that mean? Dominic Bauer. Any update on your stalker? I said this earlier in the stream that I can't. Well, I could comment, but I'm not going to. But all I can say is that they're in a spot of bother, fairly big bother, abandoned ship. Shit. What's your doctor on the view on the Doctor suing Planet X for the supposed faulty cam Fox? Well, it's funny you should mention this. There's another one actually. Giant are getting shafted by. I'm not shafted. I think the 699s would be a non-ISO size. So I've started. So I have a manufacturing contract with. So not me. So someone. A fairly large bearing manufacturer makes my headset bearings and the smaller bearings. There you go. Gotta go, Amber. Your love and my regards to the hairdresser. I have my own hairdresser to see to. I hope that pen's working, Tom. Just finished a 2-hour power cut. Jesus. The Wi-Fi is getting jammed by Gerard Vrooman. Oh shit. Right, I'm gonna have to go because the stream's cutting out because we're moving. So I will say bye for now. I might do another one tomorrow evening. Right. I'll see you all later. Ciao, ciao. Oh, fuck. It's properly moving. Shit. Force 9 Gale. Who the fuck decided to do this? Bye.